Hello, fabulous people. Happy Wednesday. All right, I went to my chiropractor today, my new one, to get the results of the x-rays and get my first adjustment from him. I will go back Friday and I will have a whole treatment plan. He'll have that all put together by Friday. But today was x-ray results and first adjustment from new chiropractor. So x-ray pretty much showed, confirmed with the visual examination. I wanted to say inspection, but examination showed that basically from literally here all the way down, I am way out of whack. Like one shoulder is higher than the other. My whole pelvis is like off kilter and rotated weird. So my whole back is just like all weird. We knew that already, nothing new there. And of course the sciatica, that's obviously that's a given. So all that was stuff we knew, and all that is stuff that can be worked with and fixed. The part that can't be fixed that we did discover is that my lower back, I have a bunch of little bone spurs from degenerative arthritis. Hi, 52. Welcome to the party. So yeah, that's there. That will never, of course, go away, but there are ways to mitigate it and work around it and deal with it. I already know from reading things and personal experience that movement is medicine. The more I move, the less I hurt. The more I sit still, the less active I am, the more I hurt. So the key is going to be movement consistently. The key is going to be getting better core strength. The key is going to be top-notch nutrition and avoiding inflammatory things like, refined carbs and sugar and all the stuff I'm not supposed to have anyway, right? So I'm not supposed to have that stuff anyway. So easy peasy, make sure that goes away. Now, will I be able to hike in March on the Appalachian Trail? He could not give me a definitive yes or no answer. He said over the first 2 to 4 weeks, I should see a significant improvement in my pain and functionality levels, because I'm going to be going, I'm assuming, at least twice a week, if not 3 times a week for the first month or so. That's what I have in my head anyway. And as long as I'm improving, there is no reason to think that I won't continue to improve. Now again, the arthritis in the low back, that is always going to be a factor. That is just always going to be there. It is always going to, be stiff and sore first thing in the morning. It's just going to be there. So that will be a thing that I am going to have to plan around and deal with and mitigate. And just, it's just another obstacle to work through and overcome. That's all. Will it be easy? Absolutely not. I am definitely going to have to plunk down another $400 on an ultralight backpack. I have everything else ultralight, just my pack is not. I'm not going to worry about that till closer till. I'm just going to have to be real careful with pack weight, with my conditioning, with how far I go in a day, to, my morning routines. It's going to require planning. I'm going to have to carry, medication with me. Right now I've been taking the Advil Tylenol combo for back pain. They sell it at Walmart. I've been taking that. So I don't know what it's going to look like in the future, what it's going to look like on the trail. Right now I just know what it is, at least in part. The x-ray, of course, does not show any soft tissue damage, so an MRI would be needed for that, but, we're not going there yet because I don't have insurance. And yeah, you can do a self-pay MRI, but we're not there yet, and I'm not going to worry about it. I'm just going to keep saving money and keep working and see what happens next. So yeah, so the verdict is still kind of up in the air. just gonna have to see what the next month holds and how treatment progresses over the next month. As far as I'm concerned, I'm hiking the darn thing in March. I just am. I'm gonna have to go slow, which, knowing me, that's a given anyway. I'm always slow. I don't do anything fast. Yeah, it's just a thing. It's just a thing. Just another obstacle to overcome. Just another layer of difficulty, because, God forbid anything in my life be easy, right? We just can't have that. That's against the rules, right? But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. I have seen so many people defy so many odds to hike this trail. Hiker Fortune, who has so many chronic medical conditions. Mischief on the Trail, a bilateral foot amputee. He has hiked most of the trail in freaking prosthetics and done a bike packing tour over many thousands of miles of the United States with 2 prosthetic legs, right? Nimblewell Nomad, the legend, the man, the myth, the legend, Nimblewell Nomad, who has hiked the trail, 3 or 4 times, and he's 85? I mean, now he's got to have arthritis somewhere, unless, he, hit the gene pool lottery and is some kind of, demigod in disguise, and that's why he's able to do it, who knows? But yeah, if those guys can hike the trail with health conditions far, far, far worse than what I have, then what's to stop me, right? I just gotta be smart, and I gotta plan, and I gotta be a hell of a lot more stubborn than I already am. And I'm pretty darn stubborn. So, yeah, that's just kind of where we are. I go back Friday to get my official treatment plan of attack. And in the meantime, I'm going to keep doing my DDP yoga. They have on the DDP yoga app, they have a whole series of physical therapy workouts that are not, calorie burning, that are not hardcore exercise. It's literally physical therapy, and I'm doing the one specifically planned out for low back pain. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that to start. I'm going to make sure that I am walking and hiking. Now, with 2 jobs, I can't hike every week. Mondays, I only work 1 job. I have Monday afternoons off, but it's too hot to hike at noon on Mondays. It just is. It's 1,000 degrees outside. So every other Sunday, I'm going to go hiking. One Sunday at church, the next Sunday hiking. One Sunday at church, the next Sunday hiking. Because I've got to, even if I didn't have the goal to hike the Appalachian Trail, I've got to hike, I've got to walk, I've got to do the things. So DDP yoga, low back program, definitely hiking every other Sunday, walking more once the weather cools down. As the weather cools down, I will increase my walking, if not my hiking, at least my walking around town. And food, again, hardcore, 0 cheat days. I don't care what kind of special occasion it is. It is going to be no processed food. It's going to be real food. It's going to be no sugar. It's hardcore, real food. So that's just kind of where we're at. We are just still hovering in the zone of the unknown. But the part that is known is my goal, and that is to hike the freaking Appalachian Trail. And as far as I'm concerned, that's what I'm gonna do. And whatever I have to do to get out there is what I'm gonna do. So, y'all stay tuned, and remember my motto: embrace the suck and never freaking quit. One step at a time. So yeah, that's where we are. And yeah, we're gonna do this. This is gonna be one hell of a comeback story, y'all. So you stay tuned, and If you think I can't, just freaking watch. All right, y'all. Bye. Live, love, hike.